When I was very young, my mom and dad were poor, and my mother took me to North Carolina. And when I awakened the following day, my mother had left me in North Carolina. She and my dad had decided that they needed a year without the responsibility of having a small baby. I was about 3, 4, something like that. What happened is that we laughed and talked and had dinner and so on and so forth, and I went to bed. There were no words to say. Mommy is not going to be here when you wake up. I'm going to leave you with your aunt. Hoping whatever the 3-year-old, 4-year-old could understand, but nothing was said. So I awakened and I spent the next day looking for my mother. It's a good story, you have to admit. I mean, it's a broken-hearted little baby. How can it not be a good story? But it happened. It's over. It's done. A mature person finds a way to let go of that. An immature person, that's a wonderful excuse. I can live on that excuse forever. Look what my mom and dad, look what they did. Well, they did a lot of wonderful things. They lived, gave me everything they possibly could, and they've passed on. And I'm a healthy, fairly intelligent human being who has had a very fabulous, incredible life. It's my fault that I'm still walking around with this story in my head. One of my dearest friends in the world said to me, "When will you give up that story?" It's been with me for a long time. It's hard to give it up. It has worked so well. Hard to give it up. And I didn't learn to forgive my parents until I was in my 50s. I could see them beginning to age, and they needed me, and I was not about to deny that. I wanted to be there for them. I shared many things with my mother that I didn't think I would ever do. I enjoyed making her happy because she certainly did everything within her power to make me happy. It was the same with my dad. I saw that he was becoming frail, this big, strong man that I thought owned and conquered the world was getting old. My father remarried at one point, and by the time I recognized what he needed, his wife had passed on. My mother, she wanted to see him, and I saw the two of them, my mother and father, together, and they had forgiven each other for everything. They laughed and enjoyed each other, and she would dress for dinner and talk about how wonderful he was and that how he had become more mature in the years that they were apart, and how she enjoyed his company and his conversation. Forgiveness is, it's an incredible thing. It gives freedom.